So with the use of a non-bank lender, you mentioned at the beginning there's it's where people went when the banks said no, but that shouldn't be mistaken with the person or the business not being good enough to lend money to. So when would a borrower ideally begin the conversation with a non-bank lender? Do you exhaust your possibilities with a bank and waste the time? By the time you get an answer, which could be no, or can you just go straight to a non-bank and begin the conversation?
Look, it all depends on, I suppose, what's your driver. So if as a developer, your main driver is price, that's the one thing. If I dangle a sharper rate in front of you versus this rate, is that going to be the deciding factor? If the answer is yes, if the main driver for you is rate and that's the most important thing, then I would say you go to the bank first, because that's where you're going to get the sharpest rate. The biggest mistake any developer can do would be to try and compare a non-bank private funding solution to a bank. That's not apples for apples. They're totally different. So if price is your key driver, then yes, go to the bank, start the process, see how far you can get, see what their conditions are. If at the end of that, then you feel, okay, these too laborious, these conditions, then explore the non-bank option. However, if you know upfront, for example, we deal with a lot of developers that know upfront, I've got 10 units here, I don't want to do any pre-sales. There's no point going to the bank because you're wasting your time. They're going to want to see some level of pre-sales. So that's there. You could say they're still, obviously, everyone is conscious of price. They don't want to get, the wool pulled over their eyes with price. But price is not the main driver there. Flexibility, conditions, terms, that's more important to this guy. So obviously then once he's made that decision or she's made that decision to go into the private space, then it becomes a matter of let's look at what's on offer. How can we procure the best terms in this space for you? But making the decision whether to go bank or private really is quite simple. If price is your biggest driver, go to the bank first.
Yep.
If terms is your biggest driver, then most likely private would be your better option.